Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new here, my name is Brian Glaze and I analyze college football content here on YouTube. And today the topic is going to be about the Alabama defense and how they played the run much better with good gap discipline in the Tennessee game. And this is probably Alabama's best defensive game of the year, in my opinion. And I'll show you what they did well here in this video. But before we jump into that, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you like college football content and analysis and getting into the details. But also click the notification bell so that you can get updated immediately when I upload a video, and check that out. Also join the Discord where we talk about college football and just have fun, post memes or whatever you're interested in. You can do that. And finally, if you want an algorithm tip for how to support channels, and specifically mine if you really like my content, what you do is you watch the video, the whole video, and then immediately after you watch another video on the channel, because that signals to the YouTube algorithm that you really like my content. And by watching another one, they'll make sure that the algorithm pushes my content to you in the future, but also to other people in the wider audience. So if you want to do that, you can do that to help me out. With that said, we're going to go into my 3 plays that I analyzed. With that, we're going to break down some of these plays. So in the first quarter, with 11 minutes and 57 seconds left, we have Tennessee here in 11 personnel, which is 1 running back and 1 tight end. The running back is set to the left of the quarterback. Alabama is playing nickel defense with 3 corners and 2 safeties. Got 6 people on the front of the defense, and you got 6 people on the offensive line. So it's 6 on 6 against the run here. If you notice, though, the nickel back, Nigel Knott, is cheating up to the line of scrimmage for a blitz. It's 7 defenders on 6 blockers. So Alabama is playing man defense here. At the snap, the 3 interior offensive linemen take on DJ Dale and Fedarian Mathis in the middle of the Alabama's defense, while Justin Bogbe at left end maintains his leverage on that end, while Will Anderson at the right end crashes down on the slant created at the interior attack. The pulling tight end on this play gets a good block on Will Anderson to chip him out of the play. And I love that Nigel Knott continued to play his outside leverage here. The running back has to then run straight through the B gap where Christian Harris, this is great, steps in to fill his gap and to make the tackle. He meets the running back and wraps him with the sound tackle here for only a gain of 1. And this is well done. This is exactly what you're supposed to do when you're playing good run defense and maintaining your gap discipline. I would only ask that DJ Dale and Fedarian Mathis stay rooted a bit more at the point of attack as they got pushed back a little bit. And Dylan Moses, I want him to step up and meet his blocker rather than to wait to come to him. And so overall, I think this was just a microcosm. This one play alone shows you what Alabama was doing well when they were maintaining run discipline against Tennessee throughout the game. So quick question before we go to the next play. I want you to tell me who your favorite player on the Alabama front is currently. Let me know in the comment section. Now we're going to go to the next play here. And it's still the first quarter and it's 7 minutes and 8 seconds left. Tennessee has 4 wide here, or 3 wide receivers, and the tight end is split out to the right. The running back is set to the left. And Alabama's playing nickel package again. You can see that Christian Harris is lined up with the split tight end. So it's basically 5 defenders on the 5 blockers here. You have Justin Bogbe at left end, Fedarian Mathis and DJ Dale at defensive tackle, and then you have Chris Allen, who's really outside linebacker pass rusher. He's at the right end spot. So they do an inside handout to the running back, number 8. The 2 edge defenders do a great job of maintaining leverage and discouraging outside runs. DJ Dale and Fedarian Mathis lose a yard of leverage at the snap here, but they still hold up, and that's key. Losing that yard does open up the B gap on both sides, but they're still there, which is that's enough for now. But initially, this looks like it's about to be a nice run for Tennessee. But watch Justin Bogbe and Fedarian Mathis. First, look at Fedarian Mathis engage the offensive lineman in the chest with both hands, so he really gets inside and gets the inside leverage on the pads, which is exactly what you want to do as a defensive lineman, and he gained control here. He then tosses the offensive lineman aside with his gained leverage. He sheds block inside, and that forces the running back to go further toward the outside of the B gap. That is where Justin Bogbe disengages with the right tackle and lunges for the running back. He loses control, the running back that is, and falls forward into Christian Harris, Justin Bogbe, and Fedarian Mathis. So they all converge, and that's what you want to see, pursuit on this play. This somehow ended up only being a 3-yard gain, and this could have been worse, but great individual plays by Fedarian Mathis and Justin Bogbe. Ideally, I believe Fedarian Mathis and DJ Dale will want to stonewall their guys at the line of scrimmage and remain rooted. So that's why I said that's one of the issues, that the interior isn't as strong, but they are able to do just enough to complete their play here is what I'm trying to say. Also, Christian Harris and Dylan Moses attack their blockers in the hole instead of letting them come to them, and that's exactly what I want to see from those inside linebackers. This is a much better effort and commitment to finishing assignments, which you need on defense. Sometimes you can play your assignment well, sometimes you don't play your assignment well, and you can make up for it sometimes with just extra commitment and pursuit. And I think this is an example of that effort coming through. So before we go to the last play, I actually want to ask you guys another question. Who's the best pass rusher on the Alabama defense this year? Who do you believe? Put that in the comment section as well. And now we're going to go to the last play. Still the first quarter, 1 minute, 2 seconds left. And Tennessee's in 11 personnel, which is one running back and one tight end. They go tripped wide receivers to the left, and the running back is set to the left. So obviously they're trying to influence the Alabama defense to think something is going on the left side of the field rather than the right side. But a key tip-off point, if you're watching the game, is that the tight end is on the right side of the offensive line, and he's in line. So they're going to use him as a blocker, most likely. So Alabama's playing the nickel single high safety man coverage here. And Chris Allen is at left end with Fedarian Mathis and DJ Dale at defensive tackle. Then you have Byron Young at right end. The scheme has Fedarian Mathis hold point while DJ Dale crashes inside the middle with him. So they kind of create like a hodgepodge in the middle there where no one can kind of move. It's like a big pile. Dylan Moses then blitzes into the vacated B gap because the left guard attempts to block down on DJ Dale, so that space is open. This in turn leaves the left tackle to then try to block down on Dylan Moses, which leaves Byron Young free and Christian Harris to step up in the gap. So I really like this. So if people are saying, what does Pete Golden do, or can they switch up some things? This is actually an example of using some good schemes on the defensive line, like just causing everybody to slant and crash down, causing the offensive line to move down, opening space for your linebacker and getting a free defensive lineman on the edge to basically try to create a tackle for loss or meet the running back at the hole. And I think they executed it really well here. They wrap up the running back with technical precision to stop the run for a gain of 1. This is good defense. This is a good adjustment by the defensive staff, in my opinion. Good defense to run through, and it ultimately forces a third down. And that's what I like to see. Alabama could have did better on third downs overall in this game, even though they still did. Funny thing is, when you look at the ending stats, they held Tennessee to a good, third down conversion number. But there were some third downs that Tennessee did convert that I was like, you could do better if you just played a little bit better in your tackling or wrapping up. That wouldn't have happened. But that's another story. That's perfection. You're just trying to get better. So overall, defense did well. And if the defense is doing things like this, this is ultimately going to lead to a better overall performance. They still had relapses here and there, as I just alluded to. They had some mistakes on third down, but they're trending in the right direction. And Alabama fans should be pleased to see this improvement. How they do moving forward will be an interesting development to watch here. So let me know what you think. Do you think they get much better? Do you think this is kind of where they're leveling out at, or what do you think ultimately? I just want to get your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, the video on the left here is what the YouTube algorithm suggests that you watch next from my channel, and they're usually right. You'll probably like it. And if you click on the video to the right, it's the last video that I made. So check that out and let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.